Hey, what's up, guys? What's going on? I've been seeing a lot of videos about like tool bag setups and whatnot on the internet, and I thought I'd do my own. I guess this is like the electrical um, setup. There's a lot of stuff in here. This isn't all my tools, but this is where a majority of them are. Um, I've been thinking about getting like maybe a pack out kit. Haven't quite decided yet though. Just discuss a little bit. I've been an electrician for about 7 years. Straight out of high school, went to tech school, got a degree. I've been working in the field with maybe a little industrial, more commercial, and then recently I just changed jobs. I'm doing more residential now, so going from commercial to residential, significantly easier work. It's a good change of pace, though. I did it out of high school before class and all that jazz. It's, company I did work for, and so it's been a good transition. And I like what I'm doing. I like the guys I'm working with and the work. But let's get into this. So this is a Husky bag. Obviously, you can read. But all right. So let's just start on the outsides, I suppose. I just have. I bought a bunch of gear. I had also a little holding pouch thing with the clip on the backside. I'm not quite sure, honestly, where that disappeared to. That's been missing for a little bit. But I bought this when I bought the bag, and I bought that other pouch. This actually stuck around, and I left it inside, clipped inside, and I've decided I've moved a lot of stuff around, and this is kind of where it ended up. This works good for just throwing on the end of a pouch or your belt and whatnot. Obviously, I need to refill this thing. Some of these bits have been sitting in here forever and actually haven't been used. So it's hard to justify me still owning this, but I do. I'm sure if I think about it, I'd probably clip this to my belt and actually use it like a normal person. But as of now, it's just been kind of taking up space in the bag, and now it sits on the outside. So we can get this clipped again. There we go. I got my speaker here. It's just kind of a cheap JBL speaker. It's kind of blown out a little bit, but it still works. It's just kind of nice to have synced with the phone. Then I got my measuring tape, just a 25 Milwaukee. This thing's, I'm sure most of you have seen or used one. Let's see, in here I have, this is just kind of like my storage. Okay, so my tool belt setup is it's a Menards. I don't know if more than Menards carries it, but it's a tough build. So what they do is they have it's like a proprietary build your own system, and you buy the belt, you can buy all the gear you want for it. They have different style pouches and things, and you take these clips and put them on, and then you can build your belt basically the way you want. So I have a couple of these in here as backups. So being working in commercial and residential and stuff, being a service tech and things, here we'll give you an example. This is kind of one of the pouches that they give you or you can buy, and like it clips on the back of that. I use this being in a service tech and stuff. Just clip this on my normal belt so I don't have to carry around my big construction belt and stuff. This works good for just a quick carry. You can take this with you. Typically these are all the tools you need. We'll get into that. And then just my headlamp. I think that's it in there. Yep. So let's go back in. Okay, so I guess I got a marker on this side too. That's pretty much it on the outside on this over here. I'll flip this around. I'm still kind of getting into the habit of locating spots and stuff. My tools, and my tool collection, sorry. So I can fucking use this and move it. My tool collection is kind of ever growing recently. I'm still always buying stuff, especially lately. But okay, so I just built the strap on here for my new tape and whatnot. I've seen people use bungee straps and stuff. I saw this actually on a video watching for these tool bags, and somebody did something like this, and I thought that was kind of a good idea, so I decided to do that. It's just a good way to manage all of your phase tape and all that jazz. You don't think you need it till you need it, and then you have it. At least as far as storage goes, there's not a whole lot of places to put that stuff. See, in this pocket, I just have my plug tester. It's a Klein. And then I have a stubby. I'm trying to find a bit change. I don't remember what they're called. But anyway, like a 6-in-1 or whatnot, stubby. For right now, this is what I got. I really don't use it this often, but you know, it's kind of, these are one of those tools that you don't know you need it till you need it. And then when you do need it, you wish you had it, and blah, blah, blah. So yeah, that sits there. And I just have some zip ties and stuff here. I don't think there's really anything else in that pouch. I've been storing my non-contactor, my test pen on the outside. This is just kind of a cheap, spurly one. But it's got an adjustable sensing on it, so you can... I apologize for the finger thing. I'm getting used to this. It has an adjustable sensing on it, so I can adjust, you know, obviously how sensitive it is depending on, you know, the voltage you're trying to pick up, or, you know, location wise, if it's running in some pretty deep flex, or if it's just MC and whatnot. And here I just got a baggie of like glass wipes. I got glasses, or works good for safety glasses and stuff. I actually think that's what it's more meant for. And I thought I had one more thing in there, but I guess not. So that's pretty much it on the outside. Now it's time to get to the nuts of the bag. Alright, so in here, like I said, this is my main carry pouch. Normally, just for storage, I slip it in there next to my channies. I just got here insulated. See, this one's a quarter, 6x19. Insulated flathead. This thing's pretty nice. I use this all the time, as most would. See, and I got myself a pair of some, I don't know, what are these? 7221 250. I call them Knipex. That feels more comfortable rolling off the tongue, but I know other people call them Knipex. I've heard that's actually the technical term is Knipex, but I feel like a dummy calling them that. Whatever they're called, Knipex, Knipex, blah blah blah. Those things are the bee's knees. And then I got myself a pair of Milwaukee channies with the crimp and all that on there. These things are pretty new, actually. It's the 4822 1600, so pretty nice. Then got myself a pair of Knipex. These are the Cobra channel locks. I call them channel locks. I've always called them channel locks. That's how I've always been told that they're addressed. Frankly, I don't even know what the hell the tool itself is called. A adjustable pliers, adjustable wrench kind of thing. I don't know. I've always heard them called channel locks, channies. They maybe been called something else, but to me they're channies. Put in the comments what they're actually called down below. I suppose I could Google it, but you know, those things. These are nice. I love these things. Really comfortable. They have a slim profile, but when you get up on them and you start wrenching stuff, like I got big hands, and these things just feel like butter. And I love them. Then I got myself a pair of Southwire. I think these are called electrical utility pliers. Correct me if I'm wrong. These are Southwire. Never been a Southwire guy. Never really used them, but these things are pretty legit. I had a pair of strippers in here, but these things pretty much cover whatever I need. And if I have to go bigger or smaller, either I can use the scissors on these and just do my own wrenching and peel off, or I'll grab my other pair if it's necessary. But these things are awesome. I love these things. I'm glad I bought them. And then I just have a Linux 9-in-1, 10-in-1. I was doing some work in my parents' garage yesterday, and I had to use a small bit, but typically, it's just a standard 9-in-1 Linux. Yeah, so I'm gonna put these back in there. Forgive me for all the movement. Okay, so it goes off to the side. Alright, what else we got in here? I carry with me a lamp. This works good for like service changes and stuff. You got a generator running outside, and you give yourself some light. Do paneling, and there's nothing special about that. Let's see what else we got in here. Okay, so this is this is that tough build I was talking about. This is one of their systems. This is my meter kit. Clip it on the end of my belt or take it with me inside on my pants belt, and it's just there and it's good to go. Yeah, it's got I just have my leads in here and then there's really nothing special about that, but this is the system I was talking about. If you haven't seen it, check it out. I think Milwaukee's doing something like that currently. This is my backup meter. This is a Klein. I'm sure we've all seen what they look like. I'll open it up. It's one of those. New leads on it and everything, but yeah, it's not special about that. It's nice to have a backup. You know, if something ever goes wrong with your meter, you at least have an option to bail yourself out. Keep a pair of gloves on me. My old job used to make us, they're pretty heavy on the PPE. Hard hats everywhere. And I don't mean just like on a heavy job. I mean literally everywhere. It was a policy to have it on you at all times. Gloves and safety glasses. It's a little ridiculous, but that's how they were, and that's how we had to do it. So I got accustomed to these. They're gloves you should always have. They're a necessity. You don't want to rip your hands up and stuff. That was one thing I can appreciate, is they taught me to wear gloves. So let's see what else we got in here. These are my they're Milwaukee strippers. You can see there's a couple nicks and stuff in there. Let's not discuss that. Everybody fucks up, makes mistakes. This is a good example of that. These are my backup strippers, though. These are the ones before I got the Southwire, and I love these things. They've done good work. I've been through a lot, you can see. So that's that. Got myself some tin snips. Just some DeWalt ones, nothing special about them. But they do the job. They cut. I should probably clean these things up. They got some rust on them. We were in a beef plant recently. Imagine that, with all the COVID going around. And it's so hot and humid in there. I think that water or just accumulated moisture got in my bag, and they started rusting. These are just some drivers and stuff like that. I got 2 pockets of those. There's nothing that stands about them. Let's see, these are a tool shop. They were just some cheap ones. I think I've had these for years, and they are the deep, I guess. That's probably the only reason I keep them, is because they got the deep well. So I don't know. They're just kind of some I keep in there just to have. In the bottom there, you can see I have we got ourselves the these are Crescent. They're metric. And then let's see, I got another set in here. These are just my standard drives. And and then I have a whatchamacallit. God, I'm horrible with names, so like tool names and stuff obviously go hand in hand with that. I'm bad with that. But yeah, I have the drive. I also have impacts and drives and all that jazz like we get in here. And I got more for my impact. And then I have, like drive sets and stuff. These are just some cheap ones, and then I got a Milwaukee. The black one's a Milwaukee for a replacement for my 1/2-inch that disappeared on me at some point. I just have a couple other miscellaneous. Some more square heads in there. That pocket's empty. That's what I keep in there. good little utility storage thing for drives. I should keep it with my drills and impacts, but they stay in there for whatever reason. I'm not sure. Let's see. Then I got a Zircon stud finder. This one's kind of nice because it has the, if you can see that, it has the mark for it. So you find your stud and then you pull that down and you can mark the center of your studs. I think I paid like $40 for that, so I think it's pretty handy. And I just have like a cheap, let's see, it's Burley. A lot of this is like Menard brand and stuff. If you're from the Midwest, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, it's just a circuit finder or circuit tracer. That's the receiver, or excuse me, that's the sender. That's the receiver. Plug that in, and that picks it up in the panel. And then I have my other pair of dikes or side cutters. These here, Tekon. I just lubed these up yesterday, so I got a little stuff on them. But these were the pair I had before I bought the Knipex, and these things have been good. Can't say much about those. I have myself, let's see, they call it the rare earth metal. It's a Greenlee little level. It's a torpedo, whatever you want to call it. This thing's pretty nice, and then it's got the attachment. You can clip it to pipe or whatnot. So I think we've all seen those. Just got myself a Milwaukee utility knife. I have myself a, I think it's a little Gerber one. It's a tiny little flip open, and I keep that in my pocket, and that I actually use more than the actual Milwaukee knife. So something to keep in mind. That's kind of a backup, actually. And then I have myself, this is a, you know how they say not to use these as chisels? I ended up using this as a chisel for a long time, and the head eventually busted. But I keep it around for chiseling, I guess, still. I'm not quite sure why I still have this, but I think it's an Ideal brand. Actually, no, this is a Klein. Yeah, I like these things. And then I have myself a, let's see, it's a Linux multi-drive set. We can get this open here. It's got different bit size drives and stuff like that. We've probably all seen one of these, but the Linux is a really nice brand. Pretty reliable for the most part. Their 9-in-1s have a tendency, their heads on the screwdriver 9-in-1s and whatnot have a tendency to fall out, but these are awesome. I think Linux just in general is a good brand, and this was like $16, which kind of blew my mind. That's like it's like a steal, so I hopped on that. I got myself another pair of vice grip channel locks. These things, I don't know what I can say about them. They're awesome. Just pull your button down, and then you can set it to the height if you overcorrect it or whatnot. And then it's nice to have a second pair of these on hand. Get done what you're gonna get done. Wrenching down on your gear, whatnot, tightening stuff, compression couplings. I don't know. Just for example, and I got myself a Master Force. This is, I think, another Menards brand. I go to Menards a lot. And they always have, decent stuff. I buy, at least when it comes to the wrenches and stuff. I wanted something with that wrenching side here. Yeah, the reversible and whatnot. I didn't want to buy too expensive because I think I have these things go missing a lot. And I got myself a metric and then a standard. I was an idiot and bought what I thought was standard first, and they ended up being metric, so I had to go back and get a second set, which, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. You're gonna need them at some point. So I'm trying to figure out how I want to put them in my bag, though, or if I want to put them in my another bag I have and keep that as like wrenches and stuff, because they take up a lot of space and weight in here. So okay, so back to the inside. I just have some, let's see, these are DeWalt. It's like a DeWalt screwdriver. They're just kind of backups that I have in here. This here's a drive, I think you call it, maybe. It's just for knocking pins and stuff, popping holes in walls and things. Longer flathead. This is kind of the beefier knock on the back side, beat up kind of one, and then I have a big, this is a grip. I don't remember what size this is, but it's a big Phillips end. So, oh, let's see. And then I have an adjustable wrench in here on the bottom. It's an Ideal. Seen a lot of action, been through a lot of stuff, but it's nice for what it is. And this just sits on the bottom of my bag, along with my hammer, which I'm not going to fight to get out, but you can see it down there. That I think is, I'll fight to get it out. This is a Stanley. This is the workhorse, especially in residential, putting in staples, and you know, you're always going to need a hammer. So that just sits in there. Alright, so I got my little Allen keys set, metric and standard. And I got myself extra pair of lineman pliers. These are what I had before I bought the new Milwaukee, and the insulation was starting to come off on the bottom, and I did what I could to just kind of temporarily insulate it. But yeah, these things were a workhorse for a while. I used them as a hammer a lot. You could just, this thing's been beat to hell, but it still works. I keep it. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just needed a new one. Oh, I got dirt and stuff in there. Then I have my extra 9-in-1, 6-in-1, whatever. So there's a Klein. Can never have too many of these, honestly. Because like I said, you'd lose the chucks out of the end. They come flying out, and you know, if someone needs to lend one, you know, you got them covered. So there's that. Then I have my reamer. Then it's got the drive on the end of that. So nothing really to say about that. And then I have my pipe cutter. Don't really like using this thing, but it's kind of one of those, you can use it, I suppose. They leave burrs, and they say not to use them anymore. They're kind of becoming one of those tools that I think are, in the trade, just becoming obsolete. And I think people are aware of the fact that they're not good for the industry as far as cutting pipe, because like I said, they leave burrs, and you don't want to deal with that. So I think that covered everything in the bag here. Like I said, there's a lot of stuff, and I have another bag, a couple bags of gear, drills, and bits, and all that jazz. That if we want to go through that, we definitely can. Comment, let me know if you have questions on any of the stuff here. Comment. Totally not opposed to asking questions, but yeah. So this is the electric bag. It went from commercial to more residential currently, but I still have all the stuff. You're definitely gonna need it at some point. So anyway, I think that covers about everything. So thanks for watching, and yeah, be safe out there.